Rushy on Doomsday. Let's just do it. All right. Hello, everyone. It's time. Welcome to the top 8. The top 8. The top 8 of Vintage Eternal Weekend Library of Alexandria. We've been streaming for like 9 or 10 hours this stream, plus 9 or 10 hours this morning from Eternal Weekend to Larian Academy. So this is the culmination, and it's not even the end. We'll stream again tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the final Eternal Weekend of the weekend. We're playing Esper. We've won the die roll. We're playing against Doomsday in the top 8. Let's do it. Oh, do it. This isn't a powerful enough hand. We're going to mulligan. I do have Brainstorm with a fetch land. Cards are just dead, though, against Doomsday. I don't like this hand enough to keep it. Put this back. That's no good. Definitely mulliganing this. Opponent kept their 7. This hand is not very good either, but I guess we're going to keep it. We're going to bottom Perkles, Opal, and then Vamp for Ancestral, I guess. I don't think there's any reason to play around cards, though. I think we should just cast our Vamp into whatever they have. Yeah, we're live. Looks like they're gonna Ancestral. No, they wouldn't Ancestral. They're at 7 cards. Looks like they intend on countering this. No. And I'm just gonna get Ancestral. I'm not gonna use it though. This one I'll see if I can play around Fluster a little bit. Two lands off my Ancestral is really not what we're looking for here. Demonic Consultation? Does that mean they have Lotus Thassa? Or do they just have Mox Thassa? Guess we die. If I had held my Ancestral, we would have won. If they had nothing and I held my Ancestral and they went for it. You can't let Mystical resolve because if they have Street Wraith, it's kind of hard to say. Check out their deck. Their hand has a Doomsday in it, so they just chose to go for this line. I guess they had a Thassa's Oracle. Did they have both Thassa's Oracles in their hand? No. Trying to figure out why they chose to go for this line. So I'm trying to figure out what cards are missing. They didn't have a Force of Will. One Fluster. They might have a Fluster in their hand. Hmm. I'm aware if we hold the Ancestral and they go for the combo, but they just don't go for the combo. They can just go for a mystical. They can mystical for Ancestral. They can mystical for Doomsday. They can mystical for something. It just is a little weird. What was the last card we cut here? When I That's a good one. Can go repeals. I pull 32-ounce water. No mulliganing. It's just a rather be safe than sorry. I think it's within the range of keep. It's well in the range of mystical tutor options. I just think it's a little aggressive. So I'd rather just be safe than sorry. I'm gonna play in a trap, I think. I should have sequenced this. I'm playing badly. I should have sequenced this Lotus before this Ruby. Alright, I guess you guys get to look at my hand. I don't think I'm supposed to crack this Lotus and go for a PO for 2. It's really hard to play around that, huh? Get my ruby taken? Ugh, that's really not good for me. I guess I could... I'm not saying they're ghosting. I'm just playing it safe, chat. Chill. I'm just like... It's just so weird because... I should have just held them in the Ancestral. Probably just a misplay on my part, really. Took the Time Walk, interesting. I think it's really just a misplay on my end, more than anything else. I was like a little happy to play around Flusterstorm when maybe I should have been saving it as a lethal. Because I was so far behind on cards. No worries, let's play this match. I kind of agree, Eternal. I think it was just a misplay on my part. I just put that. Yeah, I don't really like hand hires anyways. Just play. Pretty dead here anyways. So we're not in the top 8 for very long. I think. Bro, this Opal is just so... Ah. I think they were like the reason that I went for the reason I went for Ancestral Recall is because I figured they're gonna Mystical for Ancestral Recall and I want to resolve it. So it's probably just a good play on their part after they've seen me go for Ancestral Recall. They know they're safe and they can just go for it. They missed on a land drop after going Ancestral Street Wraith. That's insane. That's crazy, chat. That's crazy. I agree. Maybe I should have let. It's a little weird. It's a little hard for me to let Mystical resolve when opponent can like Street Wraith, but yeah, I don't know. Probably just a misplay. It's gonna be a tough game though. The opponent has to discard 2 cards because they missed what is going on with my because opponent missed on a land in 4 draw steps. 5 draw steps. I just haven't really had the tools I needed so far. It's a very tough matchup. I might have used a little bit of luck and skill to get here, but then I ran dry on both. This is free, so... So are all the new Doomsday lists playing tons and tons of like Duresses and Thoughtseizes? There's so many Duress recently. No, I'm just gonna hide the hand on mulliganing. What I've decided to do here. They also know that I have trap, so sure. Buy me some time. Mental misstep. Yeah. I got like players played a bunch of Thoughtseize and stuff against me today, Cherry. I don't know. I mean, I can let the duress resolve, but they don't have to take fluster. They can take mindbreak trap. It's really hard for me to have the mana to snap fluster later in this game. I would much rather just use the fluster right then and there. So they must have a fluster here if they're confident to go for it. Because they know I have mindbreak trap. I just wasn't beating these hands. My hands were not very good. We mulliganed. They had pretty reasonable hands with ancestral, and we weren't beating these hands. You know, Doomsday's a really powerful deck. I'd like to talk about game one, but I don't know. Like if we ancestral into fluster, mental misstep, force of will, like there's tons of things we can ancestral into. We were already on a huge mulligan, so we had to like try to get as much card advantage as we could. It's like you don't expect someone to go demonic consultation. Like if they go for Doomsday, like they'll build a Flusterstorm into their Doomsday pile. So like casting Ancestral Recall to beat a Doomsday pile is like normally doesn't work, right? Maybe we just have to let Mystical resolve, and that's the difference. It worked against Cherry, true. And he's a top 8 vintage competitor, so. This Mox Opal has just ruined me. I would have had like a much higher chance of winning this game if I didn't have a Mox Opal right now. This Mox Opal just ruined my life. Oh. Yeah, that's Doomsday. Really don't think we were in a position to win these games. No, we're dead. I think if I would change game one, I don't think I would. If I would have changed game one, I think I would have let the Mystical resolve, but I still would have cast the Ancestral, I think. I guess unless of course they put Demonic Consultation on top anyways. Yeah, after such a great tournament, it's a rough way to go. Oracle is a very powerful card. Oh, Wing died too. Alright, I guess we're rooting for Kevin. That's gross. Now there's no one to send the stream to. We're gonna have to find the next one in line. Alright, let me just do a quick spiel because this has been so much fun. I appreciate each and every one of you guys who have stopped by today. It's been a crazy day, 18 hours of streaming. My name is Justin. If you haven't heard this spiel already, my name is Justin. I'm actually level 1. I stream Vintage. If you liked Vintage, if you thought that was fun, if you want to see more, please feel free to follow the channel, subscribe on YouTube. The link's in chat. Both those things are free, and they really help me and the Vintage community out as we continue to grow. There's also a link to the Discord in chat. The Discord is a hub for all things Vintage streaming, Vintage Magic Online, Vintage in general. There's tons and tons of people in there who are willing to help you learn how to play Vintage. Ask questions, they'll give you answers. It's really a great place. So I'm gonna upload all of these videos onto YouTube so that the people who missed this finals can check it out. And if you want to see more Vintage, guess what? There's one more Eternal Weekend event. It'll be 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. That's like 8 hours from now. I'm gonna try to go to bed, get a little sleep, and then we'll stream again. All right. I'm about to pass out, I think. Yeah, no, just like big shout out, big thanks. It was really fun. I think I played really well today, and I think we had some exciting matches that'll be really fun to rewatch. So I'm really happy with this, even though it was an anticlimactic way to end the event. So I hope to see everybody again 8 hours from now when we just run it all back. Let's find a great place for you guys to go. Definitely want to pass along such a great chat. Is there anyone streaming Magic the Gathering online? Not really. Idra? Is it Vintage Challenge? Alright, let's do it. It looks like Gidra is going to be playing the Vintage Challenge, so seems like a good place to continue your Vintage experience. Hop in this raid, continue watching. If not, I hope to see everybody again for more Vintage later this morning, I guess is the correct way to say that, yeah? Crazy. Absolutely wild. Is Cherry streaming? I'd rather send them to Cherry if Cherry's streaming. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Peace out. Catch you later.